The Pad Vyakhya chosen for today is a vital one. It has to do with the golden chance we all have received. Sri Maharaj Ji writes, Are man avasar beetyo jaat. We all have a golden chance. Every day when we wake up, we are gifted 1440 minutes by the Creator to utilize in the direction of our higher purpose or to squander away in wasteful entertainment. How we use our time makes all the difference. Kshanasaha kshanaso vidya, kanasaha kanaso dhanam. Nobody is born a scholar, a person who uses each minute to gather wisdom becomes a wise person. So, if you wish your life to be successful, it will need to consist of successful days. Each successful day contributes to a successful life. And a successful day is made up of successful moments. That is why Chanakya Pandit, the wise guru of Chandragupta Maurya, said, Sahanis tanmahachidram samoha savibhramaha yan muhurtam kshanam vapi vasudevam na chintayet. The big calamity in life is the one moment that we squander away, that we waste away. That is why sage Narad writes, Kshanardhamapi vyarthena neyam. Don't waste even a moment. But this realization of the value of the resource called time will happen when we understand what is the golden opportunity that time is providing to us. So let us dive into this Kirtan. Page number is Sankirtan Madhuri, page 143. Avasar bityo jaat re man. 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 Avasar speaking to the mind. Let us also use these words to speak to our mind. What should we speak? Oh, my mind, you are callous. You are unconcerned. And the golden opportunity for me, for my soul, is getting frittered away. What is the golden opportunity? The mind asks. And the intellect, endowed with the wisdom of the scriptures and the sages, explains to the mind that this human form you have got is the golden opportunity. Why? Even the celestial beings, they hanker for it. Manuja dehamimam bhuvi durlabham samadhigam yasurairapi vanchitam vishayalam patata mapahaya vai bhajatari manuja kamalapatim. The Kamalapati Ashtakam states that this Manujade, the human body, is Surairapi Vanchitam. Sur are the Devatas. Vanchitam means they yearn. The Devatas yearn for the human form that you and I have got. But why should the Devatas yearn for it? Their form is ethereal. They don't feel hunger or thirst. Their form doesn't have a shadow. It is not gross. They don't excrete, sweat, etc. like we do. Their form is so aromatic. If any celestial was to come here and we were to simply smell the aroma from their form, we would faint unconscious. When they walk, they don't even touch the earth. This is the reason why Damayanti was able to recognize her beloved Nal. As Kalidas, Mahakavi of Sanskrit literature, has explained, Damayanti had an earthly lover called Nal. But she was so exquisitely beautiful that even the celestials were enchanted. And when it came for the time for the Varmala, as used to happen in the earlier days, the suitors would come and the bride would choose the groom and garland the groom. So when the time came, the celestials took on the form of Nal. And when Damayanti came with the Varmala, she discovered 5 Nals out there instead of 1. And that created a doubt. By their ability, they had taken on the form of her beloved. And she was now confused. But she remembered, I had heard in the Bhakti Kirtan retreat that the Devatas, their body doesn't touch the earth. She looked at their feet. 4 of them were a few inches raised. Only one's feet was on the earth, and Damayanti garlanded him. So these are the celestial beings. They are worshipped in the yagyas. Idam Indraya Namah Swaha, Idam Kuberaya Namah Swaha, Idam Varunaya Namah Swaha. Why in the world should the celestials seek the human form? Come on, this is impossible. Well, the scriptures are telling us. Bade Bhag. This is Bhagavan Ram speaking. Prior to that, Tulsidas ji writes, एक बार रघुनाथ बुलाए, गुरु द्विज पुरवासी सब आए. Once, when Ram's Rajyabhishek was over and he ruled as the regent of Ayodhya, one lecture is described when Ram gave a lecture. So, ek baar. And all the residents of Ayodhya arrived, including Guru Vasisht, Guru, Dvij, all the Brahmins, everyone. And in that lecture, Bhagavan Ram explained to them, Bade bhag manush tanu pava, sur durlabh sad granthan hi gava. O Ayodhya Vasis, by great good fortune, you have received this human form. It is Sur Durlabh, the same as the Kamalapati Ashtakam, Bhagavan Ram says. The Devtas yearn for it. Now we yearn to go to the celestial abodes, and they are yearning for this human form we have. There must be something special in this form. Otherwise, the human body is so detestable. It has got the 9 gates, which are constantly excreting waste, apart from the pores that are sweating in the Texan heat. Why should a celestial want this form? We have the opportunity for Purusharth. This is the particular free will zone. That is a Bhoga Yoni. They reap the pious results of previously performed karmas. The scope for actions from free will, which you call Purusharth, is bestowed on humans like nobody else. If you understand what is to be done and do it well under the guidance of a guru, then what is going to happen? Aham bhakta paradhino hyasvatantra ivadvija sadhubhir grasta ridayo bhaktair bhakta janapriyaha. This is Sri Krishna speaking in the Bhagavatam. He says, I am not independent. I am enslaved by my devotees. Their love binds me up, and I am a servant of my devotees. So those human beings who play their cards well, which means who use their time well, they have the opportunity to attain the supreme destination of the soul as they may understand, bhukti, mukti, whatever, mukti, but if they are under the guidance of a Rasik saint, they can even enslave God through pure love. This is the opportunity. And this opportunity is passing away. Why? Let's take a look at what he says. Avsar bityo jat are man. Everyone, let's sing and clap. Hari Bol. Avsar bityo jat are man. काल कवल वश वेदी हरि हर सब
काल कवल वश वेदी हरि हर सब
काल कवल वश विधि हरिहर सब
काल कवल वश विधि हरिहर सब
तोरी का बिसात अरे मन everyone तोरी का बिसात अरे मन So the mind asks the intellect, agreed, the human form is so special, even the celestials seek it. So what? Why are you saying the golden chance is passing away? And the intellect responds that this human form has been given for a finite amount of time. And at the end, it will be snatched away in the form of death. Life and death always come together. Na sato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sata. Sri Krishna, in the very second chapter of the Gita, explained to Arjuna that which has taken birth will one day cease to be. That which has always existed will never cease to exist. It is Sat. This whole world is Asat or temporary. We talk about creation. We talk about God being the creator. We forget the other aspect of this world, which is destruction. The creation is going to meet destruction. So in English, the world itself is sometimes referred to as creation. But from the perspective of the Upanishads, you could as well call it destruction, because it's going to be destroyed one day. So if you're calling it creation, you can as well call it destruction as well. But forget about the world. Look at your own self. All the big personalities, they cease to exist. Ravana, who had challenged the Devatas, even Yamaraj was forced to be his servant. He disappeared. Na tinke rahe na dam. The big dictators of the world, Stalin and Hitler and Genghis Khan, etc., they all turned into dust. Tori kaha visat. We are such tiny little souls. So we need to remind ourselves that all that we have will be taken away. Death, when you remember it, it puts your life in perspective. When you forget it, then the priorities, they get distorted. Now, Parikshit is a tremendous example of somebody who understood that life is ephemeral, and it changed his perspective. Because there was this Shamik Rishi. He was meditating in the forest by the side of a river. And Parikshit was the king. He went off meandering in the forest and requested the Rishi for water. The Rishi was in meditation. There's no question of even hearing what the king has said. But Parikshit had gotten intoxicated by the pride of kingship. And Parikshit said, "You have insulted me." So, out of his hurt ego, he took a dead snake that was lying around and put it as a garland around Shamik Rishi's neck. Now his son, Shamik's son, was Shringi, who had gone for a bath. And by clairvoyance, he came to know that my father has been insulted by this king. He said, "Really? A king is supposed to protect the citizens, and this is how the king has behaved with the sage. I curse him that he shall be bitten by a snake called Takshak, the most virulent, many times more virulent than the Texan rattlesnakes or the Indian cobras. Will come in 7 days and bite this king and finish him off." So he went to his father. The father came out of his meditation and he saw a snake around. His son Shringi explained what had happened and the curse that he had delivered. Shamik said, "Why did you curse that great king who was protecting the citizens in so many ways? Nobody is perfect in this world. If he made a little mistake, so be it. At least now go and tell him that you have cursed him. He doesn't even know." So Shringi had no way of withdrawing his curse. He went and informed Parikshit, "You have got only 7 days to live." So Parikshit took it as a blessing. He did not say, "Hey Bhagavan, hey main tumhara, hey main tumhara." He said, everybody has to die in 7 days because there are only 7 days in a week. Either you'll die on a Monday or a Tuesday, or a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Everybody in Brahma's creation will die in 7 days. I have come to know that is the big advantage. And what did he do? He utilized this knowledge to create detachment. In that case, let me shift gears and change priorities. So he renounced his entire kingdom as if it was a blade of grass. He did not even announce a succession plan. After me, so-and-so will be the king, these will be the ministers. Let God take care. I have now to go on the welfare of my soul. So he went off into the forest, and the great sages of the universe started gathering. It was a place called Shukatal by the banks of the river Ganga. They all started gathering there. They knew something extremely profound is going to happen. To the extent that Asit, Deval, Vyas, Shakti, Parashar, they all arrived. The greatest sages of the universe. And they said, "O Rajan, we hear you have been cursed." So Parikshit said, "I also thought I had been cursed. But now what I am seeing is the reverse of it. A curse has calamitous consequences. A curse doesn't result in having the darshan of these kinds of sages like you. So my perspective towards the curse has changed. It is now a big blessing that I have received." And that was when Shukadev, the son of Vedvyas, arrived. And Parikshit questioned him. Shukadev answered him. Parikshit said, "What should a person do who is close to death?" And Shukadev said, "Everybody is close to death. Everybody. How close? Nobody has the privilege of knowing." Hiranyakashipu's son was Prahlad. Prahlad as a child was doing bhakti. Hiranyakashipu said, "Is this the age to do bhakti?" You know, some people in India, they believe that bhakti is not for youngsters. When you grow old and you've got nothing better to do, then you do Radhe Radhe. You are a 5-year-old. And Prahlad had just completed a lecture to his classmates. Kaumar acharet pragyo dharman bhagavataniha durlabham manusham janma tadapya dhruvamarthadam. My dear classmates, in childhood itself begin doing bhakti. And Prahlad's father is telling him that bhakti is to be postponed till old age. Prahlad said, "Excuse me, Dad." He had got a little, Yankee influence. So he said, "Dad, what is the definition of old age? Somebody who's close to death would be considered old. What is the guarantee I will not die tomorrow? Can you guarantee me? Nobody can guarantee you." You know, the virus took everybody by surprise. People can predict in retrospect. I had said so. That's all retrospect predictions. Like when, V.V. Giri, he stood for presidentship in the 1970s in India. One smart astrologer went to him and said that you're going to be president. And he went to his opponent and also said to him, "You're going to be president." So he covered his bets, and later on when V.V. Giri won, he said, "I told you so." So people can say I had predicted the coronavirus, but factually nobody had predicted it. And how many millions died worldwide? Youngsters, big people. Somebody even noted that those who challenge the virus can do nothing to me, the next day it comes in the news they've got virus. So nobody can guarantee that they will live for the next 1 month. So he said to Hiranyakashipu, "Father, please don't mind my gustakhi, my insolence. But the fact is that from the perspective of being close to death, all of us could be old. This bhakti is not something to be postponed." In this line, Sri Maharaj Ji is reminding us that everybody is going to go into the mouth of time. हम भी गुस्ताखी करेंगे एक बार. One poet says, गुस्ताखी is insolence. हम भी गुस्ताखी करेंगे एक बार. दोस्त, सब पैदल चलेंगे, हम कंधे पे सवार. When the dead body is carried out from the home, people carry it on the shoulders, saying Ram Naam Satya Hai. So a poet says, I will be so insolent and rude and ill-mannered one day. My friends will be walking on the ground and I will be lying on their shoulders. But that is the fact. Another poet says, "E Shamshan, tera sannata jata nahi." The cremation ground is called Shamshan. "E Shamshan, tera sannata jata nahi." हम अपनी जान दे देकर तुझे आबाद करते हैं. We keep giving our life to make you what you are, but your loneliness doesn't go away. So, when we realize that death will come, it is not that it will come in the next 7 days. Hopefully not. See, one person said, Swamiji, you said I can die anytime. But the astrologer said to me that I'd live another 70 years. Now what should I do? I said, the point is not that you are going to die soon. But if your perspective is that I have got another 70 years to live, that will also not be enough. The idea is to realize the value of time and the urgency. That urgency creates care in what you do, what you are supposed to do. So let us remember our death, which will change everything. And put your life in perspective. What is important? What is less important? What is even less important? काल कवल वश विधि हरि हर सब. काल कवल वश विधि हरि हर सब.
काल कवल वश विधि हरि हर सब. तोरी का बिसात अरे मन. साथ अरे मन. अरे मन अरे मन अवसर बीत जात अरे मन. लही पारस नर्तन सुर दुर्लभ. लही पारस नर्तन सुर दुर्लभ.
लही पारस नर्तन सुर दुर्लभ.
लही पारस भटकात भटकात अरे मन जनहित भटकात अरे मन जनहित भटकात अरे मन जनहित भटकात अरे मन.
So he says that you have got this human form like a paras. A paras is something, it's a mythical concept. It's there in Western terminology as philosopher's stone. The paras is supposed to have the ability to transform iron into gold. So like the paras, you have got the human form. And what are you doing? The Ramayana says you are committing suicide. Now in the world, if somebody kills themselves, they consider it, they have labeled it as suicide. In Hindi also they say Atmahatya. But spiritually, that is not the killing of the soul. The soul will go as a disembodied being for a limited time and then again continue the transmigration through life and death. The real Atmahatya is the degradation of the soul, the downfall of the soul. So Tulsidas Ji Maharaj says, Naratanubhava varidhi kahabero sanmukha marutta anugraha meru. Look, you got the human form as one grace. You got favorable winds. The human form is like a boat. The favorable winds are the satsangs. And even more, Karnadhar Sadguru Dridhanava Durlabha Saj Sulabha Kari Pava. Now you got a guru as well. This is a rare combination that has been arranged for you. And having achieved all these graces, think about it, when we have something, we don't realize the value of it. When the situation doesn't remain, then we say, those were the days. You know, in the Second World War, Hitler declared, in the next 15 days, I'll bomb the Tower of London. Now, from the whole world, people used to go and see the Tower of London. The Londonites had never gone to see it. They took it for granted. There it is. Is there anybody from Delhi out here? Now the whole world goes, when they go to Delhi, they see the Qutub Minar. Ask these people, have they ever seen it? Okay, usually not. Because it's there, I can see it anytime. Right? So likewise, the point is that all these graces we have, and yet we are not utilizing them. Jo na tarai bhavasagara nar samaj as pavai so krita nindak mandamati atma hanagati jai. One who is not using this opportunity for the welfare of the soul is the real Atma Hatyara. The one who is doing suicide for the soul. So why are they not using? They are making excuses. So paratra dukha pavai sir dhuni dhuni pachitai kalahi karmahi ईश्वर ही मिथ्या दोष लगाए. Some people are taking the excuse of time. Do bhakti? Swamiji, when the time comes, I will do it. Do you realize a defect in this statement? When the time comes, I'll do it. The fact is, time is passing away. It's not when the time will come. The time is going by, you have to take advantage of it. So some people, they put the onus on time. Time will make me do it. When? I don't know when, but time will make me do it. Kalahi karmahi. Some people, they put the onus on destiny. If it is written in my destiny, I will do it. I told some people as I was traveling around other cities of USA, the last retreat come. So one of them said, Swamiji, if it is written in my destiny, I will do it. Now, destiny is created by our past karmas. Destiny is not something that the astrologer decides and tells us. We are the creators of our destiny. If you think destiny will make you do it, you will become lazy. You will become careless. Ishvarahi. This is the most common one. People say, if God wants me to do it, I will do it. God is always wanting you to surrender. Why should He not? The delay is not from His side. It is from our side. Mithya dosha lagaya. We are not realizing, we are putting the blame on other things, and what we were supposed to do, we are not doing. So, this human form is getting wasted away in carelessness. A person retires, now do bhakti. No, time pass, I'm patte khel rahe hain. I'm playing cards. Or some ladies say, we go to kitty parties. It's a typically Indian thing to do. Go to kitty parties. The idea is, somehow or the other, time is not passing by. So do something that we don't get bored. That was not the divine plan of God, to entertain yourself like this. In fact, in Sanskrit, when you become 50, the word is ikyavan. Think about it, ikyavan. Ikyavan means time to go to the one. See, there are 4 ashrams, right? The first is student life, brahmacharya ashram. The second is grihastha ashram, household life. The third is vanaprastha ashram. Now you are preparing for the forest. So although you are still at home, you are cultivating detachment. And then at 75, you are expected to be fully detached. Now sannyasa ashram. So the idea of human life was to take you right there. But people, unaware of its importance or just sheer carelessness, are wasting, squandering away. That is what Sri Maharaj Ji is trying to say here. Avasar bityo jata are man. Avasar bityo jata are man.
लही पारस नरतन सुर दुर्लभ लही पारस नरतन सुर दुर्लभ गुंजन हित भटकात भटकात अरे मन अब करिहा अब करिहा एमी कही अब करिहा अब करिहा एमी कही पछितात पछितात अरे मन रही जइहा पछितात अरे मन अवसर बीत्यो जात अरे मन knowing everything, we choose to be ignorant. Knowing these things, we choose to ignore them. We choose to remain attached in the world, knowing that we will all leave it all behind. Then our behavior is like the goats that are being taken to the slaughterhouse. The goat ahead, its neck is being cut, and the goat down the line is busy eating grass, oblivious that in 15 minutes its number is going to come. So this kind of behavior is severely cautioned in the scriptures. The Upanishads are screaming and telling us. The Kenopanishad says, Iha cheda vedi tatha satyamasti na chediha vedin mahati vinashtihi. O human beings, having received such opportunity, quickly move in the direction of your goal, otherwise there'll be a big calamity for your soul. The Kathopanishad says, Ihache dashakadbodhum prak sarirasya visrasaha tata sargeshu lokeshu sharirattvaya kalpate. O human beings, if you squander away this chance for sargeshu lokeshu, who knows how many lifetimes you will have to spend? When we see the creatures, we don't realize that we have been in those forms in the past life. We don't even realize we could go back there. We assume that the human life will remain reserved for us. But it doesn't work like that. In your question paper, when you go for the exam, you write out there, Sita Ram Radhesham, Sita Ram Radhesham. Do you expect to pass the exam? Likewise, everything in this world comes with a responsibility. The human form has come with its responsibility. Ahara, nidra, bhayamaithunancha. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending, the creatures also do. Dharmo hitesham adhiko vishesho. This is the opportunity for the dharma. Just like in the bank, you have a cashier and you have the manager. So I, gave this example in India for many years, where the manager used to have an air-conditioned cabin and the teller outside would be non-air conditioned. Now in America, everything is air conditioned. So just assume the Indian scenario. The manager has the air-conditioned cabin. And the teller outside, poor guy, is in the Indian summer heat. The manager also gets his perks, a house on discount, the car as a perk. The senior manager even gets a driver. But along with it comes the responsibility. And if the manager says what the teller is doing, I will also do. The bank will say, then give us all the additional facilities. You go and stand on the counter outside. All these facilities came with a responsibility. So likewise, the human form, we have received the graces and we have the responsibility. So we tend to keep on postponing. One person, God gave him darshan and said, ask for a boon. He said, oh God, before my death, please give me 3 warning signals. God said, done deal. One day, Yamaraj arrived and said, your time is up, come with me. He said, God had told me I'll get 3 warnings. And he has sent the messenger of death, Yamaraj. So he invoked Sri Krishna and said, what happened, Sri Krishna? You changed your mind? Sri Krishna said, I did not change my mind. The first warning I gave was when your eyesight started failing. It was an indication now the body is deteriorating. Shiryate ti shariram. But you put on glasses, reading glasses, far-sighted vision. The second warning came when your hair turned white. But you found an appropriate dye to turn it black again. The third warning came pretty late when your teeth fell off. But you realized that in India you can get dentures quite cheap. So you took a ticket, went to India and got the dentures. I gave you the 3 signals, you did not pay heed. See, these are nivritti ke pratik. Just like If you go to Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and in the serving of food, the curd rice comes, then know that it's the last item. Don't ask for anything else. If you go to Gujarat and the rice itself is served, know that it's the last item. When I first started preaching in Gujarat, my team of boys was from Odisha. They could not imagine a lunch meal without rice. So rice had to be in the beginning, middle and end. And they came to Gujarat. They keep on asking for rice and nobody gives it, only in the end it comes. And we got to the bottom of it. It's bad manners in Gujarat to give rice in the beginning. It's an indication of the end. Or if you go to Bengal and the chutney, they make it out of, unripe mangoes with a lot of sugar. So they serve that in the end. If the chutney comes, it's a nivritti ka pratik. Or something more aesthetic. If you go to a Sangeet Sabha, where Shastriya, classical Indian music is being sung. So the musicians also know they keep the best rag for the end. So they keep rag Bhairavi till the end. And the audience is waiting for rag Bhairavi. And if it's Vipreet Bhairavi, then even more enchanting. So they keep on waiting and the singers are not singing it until it's 2 o'clock at night. And when they start the rag Bhairavi, everybody understands this is the last one. After this, they will get up. Likewise, God also has made the symptoms of old age. But we are not paying heed to them. We have found ways to counter. So if God has had your teeth to fall out, He's saying, now get detached from the tongue. Stop eating pan. But we keep a pan grinder, pan kootne wala. So nevertheless, if you keep postponing, what is the guarantee that in old age you will be able to do sadhana? Yavat swasthamidam kalevaragriham, yavat dure jara, yavat chendriya shaktira pratihata atmashrayotav, atmashreyasitavadev vidusha karya prayatno mahan, proddeepte bhavane chakupa khananam pratyudyamah kidrisha. Somebody said, look, you need to make arrangements in your village house for the fire, the emergency. Dig a well. So, yeah, I'll do it. Come on. Make arrangements in advance. I'll do it. And when the house caught fire, say, oh, let me dig a well now. It's too late. So likewise, if you keep on postponing, in your old age is the guarantee that you will be able to do it when the body is a bag of diseases? Marane ke din nikat tab, jeene ka dhang aaya. Marane ke din nikat tab, jeene ka dhang aaya. जब ज्योति बुझ चली तब महफिल में रंग आया. मन की मशीनरी ने तब ठीक चलना सीखा. जब बूढ़े तन के हर एक पुर्जे में जंग आया. मरने के दिन निकट तब. So, He says, look, you have got such a rare body and you are postponing. So stop this kind of postponing. Ab kariya, emi kai. अब करिया एमी कही रही जइया पछितात अरे मन रही जइया पछितात अरे मन अवसर बीत्यो जात अरे मन अवसर बीत्यो जात अरे मन होत कृपालु प्रलय पलमतु होत कृपालु प्रलय पलमतु होत कृपालु प्रलय पलमतु पर इतरात अरे मन बल पर इतरात अरे मन बल पर इतरात अरे मन बल पर इतरात अरे मन He is now talking about pralay, the end of the universe. Time begins at the point of creation. Albert Einstein was the first to make a radical change in Newtonian mechanics by saying that space and time are interconnected by the equation E is equal to mc square. So two travelers traveling at different speeds will sequence events differently. So, the idea in the Vedas goes very deep. What is space itself? The Vedas say that space is not a non-entity. Science would have us believe that there was this bundle, the mass, and it exploded and scattered. With the passage of time, it cooled down, and the world came into being as we know it. So we are all stardust as per the Big Bang theory. But for the bang to happen, you need space. You are just assuming the existence of space. The Vedas say God creates space. That is the first entity, gross entity in his creation. And in that space, then he creates the other entities. So space is a creation of God, and time is also a creation of God. At the time of dissolution, there is no time. Aksharat sanjayate kala. He creates time and it starts ticking. And it continues till the end of creation. Some people are saying, Swamiji, don't speak these kinds of things. Deep science. So let's see, time is such a wonderful thing. It stretches all the way from here till the end of creation, and it can be divided into micro nanoseconds. For your important projects, you're always short of time. And when you are doing difficult things, time doesn't seem to pass. Time seems to be always in short supply in modern scenario. So this time is such a thing that it's going to come to an end for all of creation. So Tori kaha bisat. Two classmates just happened to go to an African safari. And they met each other. And Ramesh said to Dinesh, "Arey yaar, I am seeing you after 20 years. We were together in the Delhi College of Engineering." And Dinesh said, "Absolutely, what a wonderful time. We used to sit at the college canteen at night and do chit-chat." They were doing this gup-shup when a group of bandits attacked the safari party. They lined up everyone. And they said, "Okay, everything you have, all your valuables, money has to come out. Give it to us." At gunpoint, they were taking everything. Ramesh said to Dinesh, "Arey yaar Dinesh, remember I had borrowed 10,000 rupees from you when we were friends?" Dinesh said, "Yes, I'm giving it to you right now." What is the use now? So likewise, everything is going to be snatched away. So Dattatreya said, "You take heed." Dattatreya made 24 gurus, and one of his gurus was the bee. He said, "I learned from the bee. It gathers so much of honey and makes a big beehive. And then one full moon night, the beekeeper comes and takes all the honey away." So I have also learned that utilize the world, but don't hoard it. Don't unnecessarily keep on accumulating, because the inevitable will definitely happen. Let us, in the end, take inspiration from Dashrath Ji Maharaj. He was the king of Ayodhya. With so much of opulence, his rath used to go in 10 directions. That is why his name was Dasharath. But one day he was combing his hair and he saw a few grey hair close to the ear. Shravana Samipa Bhaye Sitakesa. So somebody asked, why do these hair become white first? Someone else answered, because when you apply soap, it applies to the hair also. Whatever be the case, he saw them turning white and he said, this body is made of mud. And he became detached. I need to give the kingdom to Ram and go into the forest and do sadhana. So keep that perspective in mind. The idea of the pad is to caution you. When the student has this perspective, the exams are 5 months away, the student is careless. When the student knows they are 1 week away, the student is careful. And the night of the exam, you go and look at engineering college students in the hostel. They are studying through the night. Now they realize every moment is important. That should be our perspective as well. Avasar bityo jaat hare man. Avasar bityo जात हरे मन
अवसर बीत्यो जात हरे मन
अवसर बीत्यो जात हरे
Hare
Everyone. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Let's all clap. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everyone, louder. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Everyone. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Let's all sing along. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare
all cry out.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
More Josh.
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everyone.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
अवसर बीत्यो जात अरे मन अरे मन अरे मन बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की. With that, the JKYog Bhakti retreat, Bhakti Kirtan retreat is fast reaching a conclusion. So wonderful to be ending with an enthusiastic Harinam Sankirtan. When this temple was being visualized, we never thought it will be so big and so significant in Dallas. Our idea was to create a place where devotees would come and do Kirtan. And to bring people to the Kirtan, we created so many offerings. And we are so happy that these offerings enrich the lives of the devotees, the DFW community. But the closest to our hearts is the Kirtan. And that is every Sunday here from 10:30 to 12:30. And every evening from 7 to 8 o'clock. Do make note of it. Do take advantage of it. While we bring the retreat to a closure,
After everything has been said and done, there's nothing further to say except let us continue through the Satsang. JKYog makes it so easy if you can't attend any of our in-person Satsangs in any of the 20 centers in US or the centers around the world. You can attend through the online Satsangs, of which there are so many. You can choose the scripture of your choice and attend through the Zoom session, through the JKYog online classes. Let's continue the Satsang. Apart from that, it is time for me. I divide my time, as you all know, between India and the US. So I will be spending time in India. The devotees out there, you can understand their eagerness. They have been waiting for so many months. And duty has to be done to them. So it's now going to be time for me to do my duties in India and also take care of the projects there. As you all know, JKYog has undertaken a mammoth project, the size of creating a whole new university. I will be traveling, if you have seen the travel plans, to 20 major metropolitans by covering them all for 2 days, 3 days, completing it by 18th of December, when I'll come to the JKYog Bhakti ashram in Cuttack, Odisha. That's the JKYog campus as well. We do have there a family camp, a week-long special retreat every year from 25th of December to 31st of December. So it's an open invitation to all of you if you wish to participate. Some of you would like to come and spend a little off time there. It's such a divine environment by the side of the forest reserve. On one side, the Mahanadi, on the other side, with the purest of divine vibrations set on 100 acres. You're welcome every day apart from the retreat. We have our morning, evening sadhanas, and devotees get busy, but we also have there a naturopathy hospital where you can detox and nourish your body. So everybody is welcome. Since I do so much traveling, I will be there from 18th of December until 28th of January. So that will be a straight 40 days. Open invitation to all of you, whoever would like to come and partake of that serene environment. Apart from that, a new book has come out. For a long time, the Bal Mukund, there was a demand for a JKYog book for teaching Hindi. You know, we teach so many languages in the children's classes. So the JKYog children's classes are very special. What is the specialty? The child says, "Mummy, you have to take me to the Bal Mukund on Sunday." And we've also got the finest of youth classes. And now we have launched the initiative in the college campuses. The JKYog Yuva got a branch in UTD. Are there any UTD students here? Okay, KU, young man, lift your hand higher. You're the president of the club? Okay, Diya there. We've got some others, Aditya. We've got a great group. And we've also got a JKYog Yuva in UNT. Anybody from UNT here? Okay, great. So, all these now for the children. Here is the new book. It arrived yesterday and I offered it to Sri Maharaj Ji. It is available for all of you now. Hindi book level 1, in case anybody is interested. You can also, a lot of people have been asking, Swamiji, when is your next book to arrive? Well, you can expect it on the 8th of November. Yes, we will let the announcements happen while we wait with great patience, and then it will be followed by the Aarti.
Radhe Radhe. What a beautiful, powerful session, final session of Bhakti Kirtan retreat and special Sunday Satsang